Here's my dough I made last night. I just showed you this morning when it was raised up. And you make it into these balls and just cover it with a plastic bag with saran wrap. And you just make your ball like this. Just put it in. It's just when you make them ahead, it's easier to work with for a little later. So just go like that, and then it's gonna go under here. So this one I made about maybe 2-3 minutes ago. So I'm gonna make a samoon. We call it a naan, and it's bread, of course. And you need a little bit of oil. I don't work with flour, so I work with oil. You just put your finger in it, and then I'm gonna make samoon. So you just gonna roll your bread like this from the side. Just leave the middle. So just make it long as you can, and then just keep rolling and rolling for a little bit until you get long ending. And then you're just gonna press the middle. So press the middle, make it as wide as you can, because it's dough, right? It's gonna stretch back. So we'll keep pressing and just trying to make these ending long. And then your tray, your oven tray, make sure your oil very well. So I did, because it is gonna sit here for a few hours. So I oiled this pan very well first, and then I'm going to put this in here, just like that. So I have 3 in here. As you can see, they're already stretched. I made these just a couple minutes ago. So I'll make it big and it will rise. So with the little knife, I'm gonna cut in the middle, just like that a little bit. And then like that. I have to cover it again with a plastic or saran wrap, because we don't want your dough to get dry. And I needed to get it raised up. So I'm gonna cover it with the saran wrap. Just like that. So this is gonna be on top of my counter, or in the oven, or somewhere in the house warm. This is gonna take about probably around another 2-3 hours until your dough is really rise and ready to be go in the oven. And I'll show you when it's really ready. So you do need to cover it really properly, no air going inside. And then I'll show you how it is at the end. So it has to sit 3 to 4 hours, or depends the warm in the house, and it's gonna go up. Here's my samoons are done. So I made quite a few, and they're gonna be sitting here, as I said, for 2-3 hours. Depends the humidity in the house, and if it's warmer, they're gonna rise faster. Make sure that you put your bag loose, a little bit loose, because it is gonna rise high. And as I said, and completely covered, so the air doesn't go and get your dough dry. And I made my samoons are small. As you can see, there are 3 in the tray, so they're small, and you can make them bigger. So you can even put 2 in this tray, or even 1. You can make your dough balls bigger, and obviously your samoons are gonna be thicker and bigger. But I like just to make them like smaller. These sizes are perfect. So I'll show you when they rise and ready to go in the oven. Here are my samoons that I made this morning. So it's been about 5 hours, and that I have made them, and I left them covered under plastic, so they have rised. Not quite, but because I made them thin, so they were not so thick to go really high. So they're ready to go in the oven now. I have my bake on to 500, so it has to be very high. So I'm gonna get the underneath done. So when the bottom is made, sometimes top and bottom made together, sometimes I have to put oil on to get the top done. But they are going to in the oven right now, and I'll show you. So as you can see, my samoons are in the oven. So I have they're on bake. So when the bottom ones are made, when the bottom one's made, I'm gonna put it on the top, and top one's gonna go in the bottom until they both are made. They can be made top and bottom same time, or I can just put oil on for a minute. You really have to stand by the oven so they don't get burned. These are my salmons that they're all done. As you can see, that's how they look like. So they very light. As I said, they're very light because of their you know how they riced up in the oven, and they were sitting for 5 hours. So I'm going to show you how they look like inside. So as you can see, that's how they look like, and they're really delicious and they're tasty. They're just like in the stores or Italian stores when you get them. So when you can just make your own, then you don't have to buy them. It's great, especially homemade, very fresh, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy making it and eating it.